Hello there, and welcome back to AlphaCraft. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing some more of this base and making sure that I can build myself a fantastic starter house, because despite popular belief, starter houses don't need to just be dirt huts. They can be wood huts sometimes too. So let's get on with it, and I will show you what I've been doing so far on the AlphaCraft server. I'm very shortly gonna go to sleep. Finally made it to the location marked as reserved for me. Hopefully can get this done before any mobs spawn. So all being well, there will be no mobs in the general vicinity, which is absolutely perfect. So I'm going up here just to see if there is any exposed coal or any exposed iron. Now this is a bit high in the world for there to normally be any, but you can never tell, and why miss out on something that is exposed to the elements? Now I'm not going to be able to get up there, so I'll go around. But yeah, why miss something that is just almost free for you to take? Didn't want to fall there really, but perfect places are bits like this where you come along and you see some coal on the sides here, for example. That's absolutely perfect. You see some gravel here, but yeah, this coal is going to be great. We'll mine this out, and when you've got veins like this, it's really useful, just because like having that coal reserve before you get into the mining. I'm a big fan of mining, and I've had worlds where the majority of my time, sort of like 80-90%, hasn't even been building. I just quite happily will spend an hour or 2 hours in a strip mine, just going through, collecting diamonds, collecting resources, getting myself some XP. Just find it quite cathartic, quite relaxing when I do that. So as I said, yeah, if you do like mining videos, or if you wanted me to do sort of a mining time lapse, then do let me know, and I can put that into the video. If you think, nah, that's going to be something that's boring, it's not the kind of thing that you like, obviously I'd do it in time lapse form, but let me know as well, and I'll keep to the format where I sort of try and just come back to you and build things and not show too much of that mining. I want to get back there before anything spawns. I may have underestimated the travel time. Though now I've got a bow, it's a little bit less of a necessity. But I have got a nice well lit up area, of course. Let's see if I can slide into bed. And boom. As you can see, I'm the only person on the server at the moment, which is nice. It means that I'm not going to get any lag issues or anything like that, but at the same time there's nobody to chat to. Now I will need to start thinking about getting some more food at some point, because these fish aren't going to last me forever, and this wheat is going to take a while to grow. I will bone meal it if I need to, but I do have a fair few cows, so I'll probably try and make a cow enclosure. The ideal thing would be if a wandering trader turned up, because if you ask nicely with your sword, then they tend to give you a lead, which would be really useful for me getting a couple of cows into just a little cow food farm where I could go and breed them up and then kill them for food. But yeah, at the moment I'm just gonna carry on and start. Again, that looks like it goes far too deep too quickly. Not going to explore that straight away. All of this area then I will be cautious of that. All of this area I will come back to at some point and look at in more detail, but this is just my initial checking around, seeing what resources I can gather from the surface, and then actually on my main island I will go and start making my way down to level 11, because as a first episode it would be great, but I doubt very much that I will be able to find diamonds, but you never know. Yeah, I know I could get these things from the Iron Alpha, but actually I think that I'd rather just do the initial survival bit myself. I may as well leave that over here. Actually, I'm going to be over here again. So I want to get, I've said to level 30, I want to get to without really any other help from the alphas. Once I've got to level 30, then I'm happy that I can enchant things and do stuff like that. And once I have enchanted things, then I've got no issue of using things like community XP farms. But I would like, and I do enjoy when I start a new survival world, just doing the initial bit of grind. Again, it feels like I've come on to like this server a bit late in the day compared to some of the builds and things that are going there. And I know that the other alphas have actually had to do this kind of thing in the past themselves, so I don't want to kind of freeload too much there. Soon enough I'll be there diamonded up and fully enchanted and ready to take on the Ender Dragon and Withers and all of those good things, but as it stands I just want to do a bit of gathering for myself and feel like I've made the effort and done the hard work. Here we go, checking out my parkour skills or lack thereof. Let's get a bit of a view from up here, see what we're looking at. So, ooh, there's a ravine. There's a ravine. And that over there is where I've set up my base. Eventually I'm gonna probably come through to that ravine. Let's have a look over this way. There's some more trees over there. I've got pretty much every tree type apart from acacia. Now I know that people have actually got acacia on there, so I will, that's one thing I will do. I know that the mesa that they've got is a mile away, probably more than that in Minecraft terms, a long way anyway. So what I will do is I will get an acacia sapling or two and just start growing those for my acacia needs, because I am one of these people who does love building with acacia. But everything else seems to be enclosed where I'm looking sort of in this particular area. But I am really quite interested in that ravine. I'll go over and have a look at that in a minute and see what's down there. I'm not probably going to explore it today, but again, for another day's episode, we can do a bit of caving. Now that I have got, as I say, the bow and arrows, I'm a big fan of the bow. I prefer it a little bit to the sword. Sword's great, but a bow with a creeper, certainly in the early game, is just essential. Let's move across here. Make sure I press shift because I'm super duper paranoid. Yeah, that's quite deep there. And Mr. Sheepy, I didn't want you to push me in. Nothing exposed that I can see. I have got Optifine, so a couple of creepers there, and some iron, which if it was closer I would probably go for, but as it is, let's check my aim and see if I can get high, bit low. And off the edge the creeper goes. Bye bye, Mr. Creeper. First creeper of the season killed. Hooray! And now I need to go and pick that arrow up and get back over to my base, because it again seems to get dark so often. This didn't go. Right, now I have a mob infested island. I did pick up some so it's only spiders and that creeper. That's the creeper and that enderman. This is not ideal. Right. Once I've got some food, then that'll be better, because I can replenish my health, and then I can start getting rid of some of these dudes. So I've been doing a little bit of grinding, and as you may be able to hear from some of the noises in the in front of me, I have created just a basic little farming area. Got some cows, because beef tends to be my my food of choice, just because of the saturation it gives you, yeah, have been doing a bit of feeding up. Got some little sheepies here as well for some wool, some coloured sheepies here, and just some basic chickens over here, and then just a little area here for gathering my seeds, and just, yeah, a chest over here to keep everything in. So with this going, I also managed to, just on the other side of the island over there, find some of the sugarcane. So I've got some sugarcane here. I am about to head over there because I see that there are some lovely spruce trees and some dark oak trees. So I just want to get a little bit of wood for both of them. I've got an idea of a bit of a starter house. It's not going to be anything really special, just something to kind of mean that I've got a bit of indoor space where I can start putting some chests out and stuff, just to get the grind on the way. Obviously I've made it up to 18 levels, so I'm doing okay there. Also done a fair amount of torch spam here, so really starting to get this area a bit safe as the sun's starting to go down, something that I forgot in survival happens ever so often. So yeah, I'll carry on and first of all get a bed out, go to sleep, because I've got my camp bed here and another bed just over there, and yeah, hopefully then get some wood and start doing some mining just over here. So I'm back at my temporary base here. You can see reserved for 80, with a very, very basic setup. This is where I'm planning on doing a little bit of mining, just going straight down from here because it's quite a low coordinate. So now that I've harvested some of these spruce trees and are just waiting for some more of the leaves to decay, then I'm going to do what is my favourite trick for getting wood, and it's basically the easiest way to get wood without a wood farm in the game, and that is planting some giant spruce trees. So if you plant a couple of these, it gives you the option to get whole podzol if you want, but most importantly, the amount of wood that you can get through from one of these trees is just ridiculous. You can generally get just over a stack from each tree itself, and then from that you just plant a couple more trees and then get basically continuous supply of wood. So not only are the spruce wood items really nice, but also where it comes to chests and things like that, you've got a really good amount of... No, what's that in the distance? Let me use my cheaty zoom key. That looks like a structure, but I don't know if it's one that somebody has made or one that is naturally generated. I'll go and take a look at that actually. So whilst those do, I'll do one more quick pass to make sure I don't miss out on any more of the saplings or the leaves. And the sticks now, which is a great drop, gives a lovely little view there as well of all of my cows. I did just kill a couple, and then sort of my main base area. Bed's not rendered in, but all of that is over there, and I will go and find out what on earth is going on over here. I suspect it's something one of the other alphas has built, just because I don't recognize the color scheme. But we will go and see. There's also a little error there. We've got some invisibly edged water, but let's go and see what's through here. Does this generate? Can anybody in the comments tell me if this is something that generates here? It looks like it is one of the underwater monuments. Ah, yeah, so it's one of the underwater monuments that's not underwater anymore. So a little bit of loot there from this thing just generating here. And I'll also gladly take that magma block because, well, why not? Ah, so that was naturally generated. And look there. Oh, another little shipwreck. And that one's quite shallow as well. So even though I haven't got any aqua affinity or anything like that, I think I should be able to quite easily get the chest, assuming that anything has generated in here, because sometimes they don't. I believe that this one may well not have done. So I don't know what, if anything, is down here. Doesn't look like there's anything. Get back to the surface before I run out of water, and run out of air rather, and come around here. But no, it doesn't look like this is generate. Oh, yes, it's just hidden in there. So there we have to mine through. How bizarre. Some paper. And another buried treasure map. What I will also do is take that chest, because free chest. Right, so now I came from over that direction. I will probably set my bed down here. Can't put torch on here. Some more of that coral. Just put a couple of torches round, just in case I ever want to come back here, or people see the torches and realise that somebody has actually already looted this underwater shipwreck. Or mostly underwater anyway. Is that jungle planks? Ooh. No, I don't need the jungle planks. Or do I? Can't hurt, can it? Just... Here we go. It's a wood that I haven't got yet, so let's steals it. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. So now on the way back, just from the shipwreck that was over there and the on land underwater little temple thing, coming back to the base, you can see that the first of these giant spruce trees has actually grown up. So what I will do is show you, for those who don't already know, how to actually go about harvesting these. So this one's weird and actually particularly safe because it's got these leaves all the way around. So what you do is basically you staircase up the inside of this thing. And what that does is normally it gives you a safe place and a way to actually get all of this wood. And once you've got the wood, then you just mine the, well, once you've got to the top, you just chop out, lovely views there, chop out the rest of the wood on the way down. So here I am to basically the top of the tree. So what you then do, and if you get this right, and if you stand on the middle here, what you can do is you won't ever fall down, but just by rotating you can mine out all of the wood on the way down, and you never fall and take any fall damage. And so I've got so much wood there that with the things, I think I'm gonna, I know I found it, but I think I'm gonna get rid of this gold helmet because I don't really need it. Gold is pretty rubbish where it comes to tools, but what I will then do is plant in here in the same place another one of these saplings, so that will then grow, and theoretically this will grow before this does, but there you go. I've still got 8 of these saplings, which is perfect, and yeah, that's got me a whole ton of wood. Welcome back. Now I've gone and I've collected a lot of the resources, as you'll see. Let me just get rid of the crafting book. And these are some of the basics that I've got. I've got some more over in the chest just behind me there. That's a bit of a project box, and I'm going to use this space that I've just cleared with some water to get rid of some of the plants to start building my starter house. Welcome back. I've now got something that I want to show you. Right in front of me, I have finished my starter house. When I say starter house, it's actually more of a starter mine shaft. So put in the comments, this is a bit of a hint as to what the theme for my base is going to be. Now, my base isn't actually going to be here, but I wanted to build something that was at least stylistically going to be in the manner that I was thinking of using. Let's put a couple of buttons here and there, just as a finishing touch, and there we go. Yeah, just to add a little bit of extra texture all around. So I will go now and show you a bit more what we have created here. Oh, that's a half slab. So what I've created is a bit of a rocky outcrop, and within that rocky outcrop we have a hut that is a miner's hut. So I used a trick that I saw a little while ago in terms of texturizing this by using some of the signs in front of the actual blocks alongside a variance of like the stairs there to make it look like it is really run down. Now initially I did have the roof in the same color as the dark oak planks, but that didn't really give me the contrast that I was looking for here. So on the other side, I've also done a bit of terraforming around here. So I've added a little river down at the back and just some stones coming out here, there, and everywhere. Basically, just to add a bit of stylistic life to the build. But I'll go and show you now what I've done. And this will be then the starting point. You'll see over there we've got my the farm still. I wanted to build that far enough away so that it wasn't interfering with this. But what we've got here is Adie's mine. A little bit of a play on words there. So if we come inside, what we've got is the fireplace, and we've got a campfire in here. and then also a campfire at the top, so we've got smoke coming out the chimney. We've got a couple of little wooden seats, just your basic wooden seat design. There's not going to be too much of an interior in here just because it is a starter house, but I've put a few little runners of carpet, a bed just with a chest nearby for all of the precious goods. Now, I did get some emeralds from a shipwreck, and then whilst I was moving stuff around, left them on the ground too long and they actually despawned. So the sum total of all of the richness that I have is in here now. I've got a fair bit of iron now from mining some of this out, and also from finding it in the shipwreck. So again, I've got a smoker for some food, which has just finished cooking, and I've also got a stone cutter for making things, a couple of crafting benches around. Let's put the spare food in here, and then we go down into the mine itself. So we've got doors both ways, and I've used the trapdoor above the door just to increase the look there. And then we have some lanterns going down the mine. Now this is then going to carry on down to diamond level and then become my strip mine for my starter base. Here I've just got basically a bulk storage system that I've set up, just to put some of the extra things like some gravel and some dirt that I've been finding in here, and then just a small furnace array, just 6 furnaces, just to keep me going to start with, really. And yeah, down here is obviously where I've got to. That was where I found a vein of gravel, hence why I had so much there. But with the gravel, always make sure that you do mine out all of the gravel that you can find, because gravel is really easy to mine and it's great to see what other resources are in behind it. So yeah, I'm going to be then carrying on right the way down to level 11 here, then building out a bit, and then building some a strip mine off there, and yeah, carrying on obviously the same decor going down here. But now that it is dark, I have lit everything up outside as much as I can, but yeah, I will go to bed, and then I will simply take you outside for one last look. And with that, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time, where we will be going on the hunt for diamonds. And make sure you do leave a like and subscribe, and also check out all of the other alphas that have their channels in the description beneath. And I will see you next time on AlphaCraft. Bye!